What's up, everybody? Ben here for Bailey Brothers Music Company, coming to you from the electric guitar room at the store. And today we're trying out a new video format. We're going to take some of the most commonly asked questions from our customers and we're going to answer them for you, give you guys the easiest, simplest explanation possible. The first question that we're going to answer is, what's the difference between a Stratocaster and a Telecaster? Now, if you're asking yourself this question, the odds are you're probably a beginner or at least new to the electric guitar. You may have been playing acoustic for a while. But we're going to run down the differences between these two guitars so that you'll know which one may be a better choice for you. Alright, now let's start with the basics. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be comparing a standard Strat with a standard Tele. Now, it's fair to note that there are lots of different options out there, so you very easily and or will find Strats with humbuckers or Teles with humbuckers, different electronics, wiring, so on and so forth. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to look at the standard Strat compared to the standard Telecaster. Alright, now to start with, you'll notice that these guitars have a little bit of a different look. The body shapes are very similar, and these guitars will fit interchangeably in the same molded hardshell case. The necks are going to be the same. You certainly can find Strats with different necks from different Telecasters and vice versa, but a V-shaped neck will be the same on both models. A C-shaped neck will be the same on both models. The Stratocaster does have a little bit larger headstock, whereas the Telecaster has a little bit more of a narrower headstock. Both guitars most commonly feature a 22 fret neck and a 25.5-inch scale length. Now let's talk about the bodies themselves. The Stratocaster is a little bit more rounded. It has an arm contour that makes it a little bit easier and smoother to wrap your arm around, and it also has a belly contour on the back that makes it fit a little bit more comfortably across your stomach. You'll notice that the Stratocaster is what's referred to as a double cut, and you have two horns, which makes it a little bit easier to get your hand around the top of the neck and access the higher frets on the fretboard. Now, the body of the Telecaster is a little bit different. The edges are a little bit sharper or less rounded. The Telecaster in the standard model does not feature the same belly contour or armrest contour that the Stratocaster has. Alright, now let's look at how these guitars are actually different from one another. The electronics are where these things differ the most, which is inherently why the guitars are going to have different sounds. Both guitars feature single coil pickups. The Stratocaster will have 3 pickups with a 5-way selector, whereas the Telecaster is going to have 2 pickups with a 3-way selector. Now let's look at the electronics on the Strat. Like we said, you have 3 single coil pickups and you have a 5-way selector switch. That's going to give you the option for, in the first position, the neck, middle position, the middle, and back position, the bridge. Where a Strat is most unique is in the 2 and 4 positions, where you get your bridge, middle, or neck and middle pickups in what is considered an out-of-phase sound. The bridges on these guitars are also different. The Stratocaster has a tremolo system, and you will also commonly see this referred to as a whammy bar or even sometimes a wiggle stick. Now, for the Telecaster, you have 2 single coil pickups and a 3-way selector switch, which will give you a neck, middle, and bridge position option. Now, when you're on the bridge position, there's a larger metal plate under the bridge pickup, and that's going to give you a little bit more bite and attack. Alright, now if you're still with us and hanging in there, you may be thinking to yourself, what does all this stuff really mean? What do they sound like? Some of the most famous guitar players who are known for playing Stratocasters are guys like Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jeff Beck, and Eric Johnson. Now, the Telecaster is most well known for its bite and attack, which makes it the go-to instrument for country. Now, everybody from Buck Owens to Brad Paisley and everyone in between has played a Telecaster. Now, some of the most well-known rock and roll guys that you may have seen playing a Telecaster are guys like Keith Richards, James Burton, Jimmy Page, as well as Mike Campbell from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Alright, now that we've kind of run through the differences in the specs on these guitars, I'm going to play them both for you and let you actually hear what they sound like and how they're different from one another. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out with us today. That was the Stratocaster versus the Telecaster. And if you didn't know what the differences were between those two guitars, now you know. For more videos like this or for more information on these guitars or any other guitars, visit us online at BaileyBrothers.com, where you are the star.